Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Descent, Journeys in the Dark, 2nd edition and Forgotten Souls, where we're now on turn 7 I believe. Just a bit of a sort of recap of last turn because I did notice I'd done something wrong, so I put up a load of commentary, but just to go through it, it was when this guy did his breath weapon. Now I did the actual breath weapon correctly, but what I did wrong was the range. It can only affect 4 squares. So the first square it affected was obviously Cindriel here. So it can only affect 3 more squares, and that meant 1, 2, 3, it couldn't make it as far as Widow Tara, which is the person I had it affect. So seeing as it couldn't affect her because she was out of range, we'll have it go 1, 2, 3, and it actually hits Averick. So we rolled 2 shields, which meant that we were receiving 4 hits. But Averick did have a wooden shield, which Tara didn't, so that would have put it down to 3. Additionally, after that, I remembered that he actually has the Baron's cloak as well, so he would have got a brown die. So let's just roll that brown die to see if he got any additional shields. He didn't, so he stays on 3. So what we've done now is obviously we've refreshed his wooden shield. We're in the next turn. So that's just to explain that bit of Dragonfire. I did get it right eventually, but just to explain it on the tile. So when a shadow dragon does dragon breath, it only affects 4 squares. Those squares can sort of go in any direction, but it can only affect 4 squares. So that is that explained. Now we've done that, we've got to get into the next part. Let's get into the next turn, and our first player is going to be Averick. So let's move on to the hero phase. And here we are with Averick. First thing he's going to do is he's going to try and flip this search token. So what he's got to do, he's got to use a black and a grey die. He has got a knowledge of 3, so he's got to get under 3. 3 or under. And he gets a 3. Because it's 3 or under, he has succeeded. So he takes this off, which is good, because that is 1 less damage that the dragon's going to get when it attacks. So we can get rid of that, and we get to search as well. So let's get the search deck. And split it. Let's have a look. And he finds a health potion. That's really good. Exactly the same as the previous one. So he will take that, seeing as he did the searching, and put that on his player tray. Right, so he's done that. So that is a good first start. What he's going to do next is he is going to move. And he's going to do what Cindriel should have done last turn, which is he's going to go 1, 2 to here. So he's right next to Widow Tara, and he's going to trade. And with Widow Tara, she is going to give him Mana Weave. This surge, you can exhaust it for a surge, and we need surges to hit this guy if we're adjacent. So Cindriel should, when she went past Widow Tara last turn, should have picked this up, but she didn't. I didn't realise until I was doing the editing. But Averick's going to do it for her, so he's picked this up. And actually, thinking about it, I'm wondering whether to give her the health potion. Yes, he's going to give her the health potion, and he's going to take Mana Weave, but not for long, because he can carry on his movement, and he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to move right next door to Cindriel, which isn't ideal, but considering we've got a shadow dragon, but he was within range here anyway. So, and he managed to heal up last turn, so we'll go for it. And he's now going to hand over Mana Weave to Cinderelle. So she now has Mana Weave. So hopefully that means she can't miss the dragon. That is it for his go. So let's get rid of Averick and get our next person who's going to go, which is, I think, the Widow Tara will go next. And here we are with the Widow Tara. So what is she going to do? Well, the first thing she's going to do is she's going to rest. So when you do a rest action, you can get rid of all your fatigue. So she's done that. Now, she could use her other action to actually use that health potion and get rid of all that damage. But she is out of, what's the word? She's not in range of the dragon. The dragon's probably going to attack these two. So I think we're okay not to chug the actual health potion. In which case, she's going to have another go at trying to put some damage on the dragon. So she's going to attack with a magic staff for a second action. So that's these two. And the dragon gets 2 grey dice. Let's hope he doesn't roll as well this time. And we need 5... What is it? 5 range? Whoop. That fell out. Just bloody missed anyway. I put the grey die in then, hoping it'd move it, but it didn't. So it's just a total miss. So... Oh, she can re-roll. Ah, what was the score then? I think we had that, didn't we? Which was really good, because I was just about to mention that. And I think it was 1 shield and a blank. So she does have a re-roll. So come on. I'll just have to check this in a second to make sure, but I think that's what it was. And even though she had the re-roll, she didn't get enough range, unfortunately. So it doesn't matter anyway. Whatever these 3 were, she on the re-roll, she didn't get the range. So unfortunately, she missed. Damn. But she gave it a good go. We're really going to have to try and get some damage on this guy. Right, so that is the end of Widow Tara's go. So next up, it is Cinderelle. And here we are with Cinderelle. Right. So, I think what she's going to do first is attack. I want to get a few... let's see if we can get some damage on this dragon. And then I'll make a decision about whether she attacks again or whether she flips one of these tokens over. So again, 2 grey dice. She's got blue for the longsword and red for the longsword. So, go on. Remember, we've got Mana Weave. So we can exhaust that if we do not get a surge. We did get a surge. Look at that. Blimey, O'Reilly. We did get a surge. So she got 5, but it rolled 4 defence. What we're going to do is we are going to exhaust Mana Weave. So that surge means we hit the dragon. This surge we can spend. And we're going to spend it on the Iron Longsword. You may force the target to re-roll 1 defence die. And it's going to re-roll this one. Do not get a 3. Yes, a 0. Brilliant stuff. Right, so that means we got 4 damage through. Foo. So it's a good job we did get Mana Weave. Otherwise, we'd have just got a single damage through onto the Shadow Dragon. But now, it's got 4 damage on it. And that's cool. Great stuff. Now we've used Mana Weave, I don't think she'll attack again. The reason being that, yeah, if we don't get a surge, it's just a waste. So we won't attack again. Getting 4 damage, you know, that's nearly up to halfway on the dragon, so I think that's pretty cool. I think we'll try and mitigate now the amount of damage the dragon is going to cause when it attacks. So we're going to try and pick up one of these. So try and pick up that one. Oh no, this one. Try and pick up this one. And the one nearest the dragon we'll try and pick up. So exactly the same as Averick. We get a black and a grey die. And we need a 3 or under. And we get a 4. That automatically goes anyway. That's gone, I believe. Let's just check. And we get some bad news as well, I think. Each time a hero declares a search action, he tests knowledge before performing that action. If he fails, he does not draw a search card. Fair enough. And we get diseased, and we discard the search token. So that's bad. So let's get the diseased card. So she is now diseased, which is unfortunate. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Right, yeah, that's fine. We just got diseased, and we didn't get, obviously, we weren't able to search for anything. So we've only got one search token left now. That is the end of her actions. She's full up on fatigue and stuff, so we can't use any of that, and that's a bit of a bummer actually. Especially seeing as one was blank. There's only one side that shows 4 shields, so that is with the other being blank, that is the only one that could mess it up for us, and it has done. Okay, so that was it for Cinderelle. It's not too bad. Okay, we got diseased and we didn't actually find anything, but one of the things we have to do is get rid of those search tokens. It does get discarded, so that means it is only +1 damage for the dragon now, because there is only one search token left. So we'll leave this search token for the time being, I think, because next turn we'll concentrate on trying to kill the dragon, then we'll pick that token up, and then we will have completed Trash Heap, and then we've got to get out the door. But that's the end of the hero phase. So let's move into the Overlord phase. And here we are at the Overlord phase. Right, so first thing is Overlord effects. So we've got to put another timer onto the Trash Heap. Dun, dun, dun. We're up to 2, that means we advance fate by 1. The key still remains in the debris that has gone unsifted. Time is running out before the door locks for eternity. So, doesn't tell us to get rid of the card. It looks like we just keep flicking over until such time as we find the key and get the hell out of Dodge. So, keep that there, and we have moved the fate track down. Okay, what's next? Well, after that, it is fate. Well, we've still got an active expiration card. It hasn't told us to get rid of it yet. We haven't fulfilled any of the options that make us get rid of it, so we just keep it. In that case, we don't get a peril card, we don't get a fate movement. And after that, it is monster activation. So we're back to this guy. So similar to last turn, he's the master. So engage the closest hero who is adjacent to another hero. Well, we don't do that because it is adjacent to Cinderelle already. Attack an adjacent hero. He's going to attack Cinderelle, and then engage the closest hero again. He's right next to Cinderelle. So just like last time, he's just going to attack her, and he's going to attack her once, because monsters can only attack once. So he gets a red and a blue, and we get a single grey die. That's why I've kept Cinderelle here, because I knew that she'd be the one getting attacked. So, come on. She's got a wooden shield. If you remember, it has refreshed from last turn. It's missed! Ah, you're rubbish. So it's missed. That's brilliant. That is a break that we needed. So it's absolutely missed. It doesn't get another attack. It doesn't move around. We have cut ourselves some slack. So that is brilliant. So we can really sort of concentrate on getting some damage on this dragon next turn. So that is real good news. The dragon couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. So that is brilliant. Okay, so that is the end of the monster activation, which also means it is the end of this turn and the Overlord phase. Just quick thing before I go into the usual spiel. Just a reminder, I like to remind everybody every so often about the channel and how it works and things. Just to reiterate that what I do here, it isn't like tutorials or reviews or anything. I'm just like playing the game and having a bit of a laugh with you guys. I'd just like to reiterate that occasionally, just so people don't think that I'm here sort of trying to tell you how to play the game or anything like that. Long-time viewers will know that I get too many rules wrong to actually sit here and pretend that I'm an expert on any of the games that I play. It's just we have a laugh and we just play the game. That said, you know, I do try and get the rules right, and I will like try and take back any errors that I've made. But please don't think that I'm sort of some sort of expert who's doing a tutorial on any of the games that I do. I'm just here having a laugh. We're fooling around, having a bit of fun. On top of that, I don't do reviews. If I'm actually playing the game, I like the game. I may make some comments about some things that I especially like in a game or I don't like in a game, but you may rest assured if it's on my channel it has the Catweazle seal of approval, and I'm playing it because I enjoy playing it. So even if I'm moaning about something, I enjoy the game. I am actually enjoying the game, and that's why I'm playing it. I only mention that because I sometimes get asked to review things and I have to politely decline, and I get asked for kickstarters and stuff like that, and not a lot, don't get me wrong, just the odd request, but that's why I don't do it. The other reason I don't do it is I don't find reviews helpful myself, to be honest. It's just one person's opinion. That's the way I look at it. That's my opinion. So I find out what games I want to play by watching playthroughs, funnily enough, like, obviously not my own because I've already bought the game, but if I watch like Doug Herring or Paul Darcy or any of those guys, you know, Solo McLaughlin, Tina the Board Gamer, Tragic, Ricky Royal, all this, there's loads of them out there, as you all probably know. I'll actually watch the game, and while I obviously listen to what they say and the points they've got to make, I generally make my mind up based on, you know, the actual gameplay itself. So that's why I don't do reviews. I just do the playthroughs, and if that helps somebody decide that they like the game, then brilliant. And as I say, I don't do tutorials, but if by watching the game, you know, you get a good idea for the game and get a few ideas off that and stuff, then that's brilliant too. Fantastic. But just to let everybody know, like I do every so often, that we're not a tutorial channel and I don't do reviews. We just have a laugh, man. So, like we're having a laugh now. Sometimes we have more of a laugh than others, especially when Shadow Dragons miss. That's pretty good. We enjoy that. And the last thing I want to note, I want to point out, especially in regards to this, is about spoilers. It is a bit spoilery, Forgotten Souls, because I'll go right through to the end and you'll see every single tile. So if anybody is planning on playing this themselves, who hasn't played it already and does not want any spoilers, then it's up to you whether you carry on or not. I will carry on till the bitter end. Now, that may mean that we see every tile. It may not. We may get beaten, or we may miss a few tiles out and get to the end tile before we see every tile. But generally, if you watch this whole playthrough, there are going to be some spoilers. There've already been some spoilers, you know, if you've watched it this far. But anybody who's already played it or isn't bothered whatsoever about spoilers, then fine. But to anybody who's thinking about buying the game, you will see, you know, tiles and cards that will be part of the game. So just to bear that in mind. I should have said that right at the beginning, really, but it slipped my mind. Right, anyway, after lengthy, like, waffling on like I normally do, thank you so much for watching turn 7 of Forgotten Souls Descent Journeys in the Dark 2nd edition. I hope you join me for turn 8, but as I always say, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for all the subscriptions. We're over 900 subscribers now. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. And for all the helps and the tips, and for all the rules errors I make, thanks for pointing it out. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow. And thank you so much to everybody who's gone across to Board Game Links to upvote the site. So I hope you enjoyed turn 7. I certainly enjoyed the end where the Shadow Dragon missed, and I look forward to seeing you again in turn 8. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.